Hey guys, we're back with more New Vegas. Just let me load up here. From where we left off in All the World Blues, I believe? Yeah. All World Blues. Where are we though? That. What? God, it's just been been a week. I think it's only been a week. Okay, let's. Securiton. Ah. And we can't fast travel from inside locations. Whoops. Alrighty. Oh. There's a lot of them. Okay. How am I doing on the way? Alright, let's, where's the place I was trying to? I am not here today, sorry. Okay. Oh man, I just left these guys here? What was I drinking? Just for the thin red taste, holy. I think I missed. Oh boy. Lots of things. Alright, radio. I guess? Or maybe I actually do not really remember what I have. Alright, let's try this. And that is effectively low range apparently. Oh, of course.
To Uncle Sam. I cannot wait to find you so I can kill you as a personal favor to Uncle Sam.
Do I have a hunting rifle on me? I do.
Games with me, goddammit. What's the matter, you pansy-ass Pico? Tired?
That was surprisingly simple. Let me,
Playing games with me, goddammit. What's the matter?
Of course there's more.
You pansy-ass Pico. Getting tired of you pansy-ass Pico. Getting tired?
What's the next ammo? Okay. Shit. Stim packs. 22. Effective. Huh. Well, it worked. Guess I should start boosting my energy weapon skill. I mean, there's no harm in it. Sorry about the background noise. Some people just don't know how to communicate with each other. And some people don't know how to read maps. Radio. Huh. Wonder if I can just cross Valley Forge here. That was a river, never mind. Pretty sure. I assume half of what I say is wrong, and you're probably right. Huh. Oh. That was easy. this, I win. Come on then, fight me. That was easy. This is place with you. Yeah, no, it is not, but just right next. I guess it is actually the place with AI. Ah. Watch out. For some reason, I don't think I'm going to be using that one much. Oh. 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 Why? Oh. Oh. Okay. If I had to guess, I'll let it just here. Just, I'm not sure why I think that with all the bomb dollars around. Oh. Okay. Oh. Look at those speakers. Yep. I truly despise Elijah. This is serious. The books to give to the book too. Makes sense given the mulch. Let's go to the same balcony.
me some coffee cups. Yup, here you go. Sorry, no more. What do you want, Mugs, huh? You some kind of sick mug hoarder? Oh God, give me the coffee cup, please. It's sitting there. You're... Sorry. Sorry. I got a little carried away. It's just all those goddamn dirty dishes all... Of course I'm obsessed. They made me this way. You think I don't know how crazy I sound? Of course I do. They programmed me to know that too. They made me just to torture me. But you know, it's the neglect that hurts the most. Hey, everybody, let's turn ourselves into robot brains in jars. Do you know how many coffee cups giant robot brains in jars use on a daily basis? Not fucking many! I'm supposed to keep them clean. Oh, God! Most of them are probably beyond saving now. The only thing left is break them down and process them for raw materials. I guess you could have those. Of course you don't. Why? Sure.
Oh, no, I feel bad. Alright, let's ah, there he is. Oh. Oh, wow.
Greetings, citizen. What?
One blank books, nice.
What I wouldn't give to be able to pick up Radio New Vegas. Those cats can really play.
Where's my big book? So I'll get two. There we go. What's the skill book for speaking? Oh, it consumes the rest of it. As a routine. This is a lot. First, I need to, like, pretty sure I have the mats. Oh, sorry. I need to collab with you there. I don't know why I didn't expect that. Let's go this way first. These guys are so much easier than they are in Fallout 4. Maybe it's because I don't have this little firepower. Who knows? Weapon. Ooh, wait. Oh, that's a skeleton. Oh, and those are... Well, that blood sausage from earlier just wore off. Nice. Pretty sure I have some spare ammo here.
the area until order. Lord.
That worked. Not feeling like carrying scrap electronics and stuff around right now. But I do need them to be repaired. Forgot about that. Just wish they didn't weigh as much. I wonder if there's some way to unweight them. Oh, that's the radar fence.
Think tank. I wouldn't even use binary to describe my exponential hatred for you.
Well, that's sufficient. Just grab some stuff out of here. Oh, you can almost make a weapon repair kit. Nice. I had a lot of my goggles. I don't need those, but I've already picked them up, so I put them. Alright, let's make it stop at the sink. Drop off our stuff. And watch as the game crashes. Yep. Well, there we go. Sorry about that. Let's hope everything else too much. We did not. Travian. Oh, hello, other person. Huh?
Between you and me, I think the Central Intelligence Unit is a bit of a snob.
Yes? Hold on, guys, I'll be right back. Alright, I'm back.
You're going to need to find yourself some empties first before I can... Come.
Don't even talk to me. How can I illuminate? I have seen you with... How can I illuminate you with her?
Ooh. What's that? It's really nice. I picked up. And screw this too. Time for syntax. And paste. Well, that was suboptimal. And of course I went the wrong way too, so great. Just I bet there's something cool in here that's not just them yet. Ah. Well, I can sell it. What the hell? I've made a tactical error, haven't I? I guess not. Okay. That was terrifying. Let's go. Here we are. Let's quit. Very gay. Very gay. Just because it's worth a lot. Alright, now where's that upgrade? Want a best toaster upgrade? It's in here somewhere. Okay, that's weird. I guess it's over here. Box. This is going to frustrate me, isn't it? Now we're about to enter the street land. Oh, I think we might have just cleared the second checkpoint of frustrating land. Go down there. So it's up there. It's a good start. Okay, so let's go up here. Go up here. There we are.
You've been seeing the other.
Okay.
One time, the biological beast.
You require some additional...
That's a lot of money.
Station told me he dropped a mug down his processing chute. When I reached in...
Might I be of service?
Okay.
Seated me.
Ooh.
Might I be of service?
Alright, let's get a bartering deal.
Might I be of service? Might I be of service?
Joshua Graham stuff prepared. Jeez. Okay, that hurt. A lot.
Might I be of service?
Where is it? Serenade this, don't need the serenade this. Let's get some money for it. Sell a one of these. Since we don't have a detonator for them. Actually, let's sell 2 of those because we don't have a detonator for them. We have not been using these. Which is why I suggest we do this. Sell these. We really need to start bringing more stuff back here to sell. Don't really use pin tests a lot, so we don't need 22 of them. Sell this. Let's get back into our regular trip.
Oh, please!
Energy, microfusion, 5 scrap electronics. Oh, that's why.
You really want to know about me? No one ever asks about Muggy. You made me so happy. Maybe you've seen some of those big, imposing Securitrons with their lovely laser guns and rocket launchers and scary faces. I'm not one of those. Dr. O was always jealous of House Industries, and he thought it would be fucking hilarious to build a tiny neurotic Securitron. Big fucking laugh! So, sure.
Sorry, dude. Doing shit. Let's go to the thing. We are not talking to Dr. Klein, we are talking to the other doctors. Who are where?
Have you come for hello? Oh, I'll give you a hello. A hello unsurpassed in all creation. I do like how those are basically modified
Goodness. The auto documents are ridiculous if anything. Let's see, Mr. Science Man. I feel like this something I can understand. Well, actually, I know it's something I can understand. I've talked to this guy before. Different flavors, so I should be able to do a science on that.
Breaking news! Talking lobotomite arrives in Think Tank. Its purpose, unknown. Undefinable. Its presence here, impossible. Oh, really? Now the lobotomite is a master of the dictionary arts. What, do you have a doctorate in verbology? Stop the presses! Just in from my eye monitors. Is that Rob? How dare you bring Rob Kotek in here? What are you showing off? How great Robert House and his big company are?
Ooh, we can make Securitrons better than any robot those geniuses at Big Mountain can make, and they'll last 1,000 years.
You're lucky I don't have hands to tear that dip boy off your arm, or feet to stomp on its... Worry about House and him and his dirty girl bots. Don't even... Yeah, I do. It wasn't always O. I just took that one by default because sometimes it's easier to accept a mistake as long as the purpose works. I don't want to get into it. It's a sore... Great. Psychology. Clearly the worst of the sciences, right after colostodiuretics. Okay, so my name isn't O. Never was. It was circular, a single character, digit, but not O. But even with enhanced sensors, no one here could get it right. Yes, thank you. 0. I am 0. How hard is that? A narrow, thin 0. Zero's my name. Truth be told, my emotional attachment to it doesn't even register compared to just having people recognize the difference. It's just that they're both sort of round and hollow, So when they monitor scan them, they assume that, oh, it's O. Vivisect me, please. What? Did I shoot myself with a brainial beam or something? That's brilliant. Who am I deceiving? I never would have figured that out. I can't figure anything out. I'm useless. Exactly. At least the old name was indisputable. That's pretty cool, actually. Destroyer of numbers. I already wreck every robot I study. Why not basic arithmetic? I like your solution. With that kind of slash in the middle. They make a zero and all the think tank. They won't be... Thanks. Talking to you, hearing my name said like that, it really de-reses my screens. As for discoveries, well... You know what? I'm not even gonna pretend. If you could just hold on to that for me until our next scheduled audio transmission and reception, then.
If it isn't the fasten, you are an unusual specimen to so boldly walk into the mighty between the extraction of their higher reasoning abilities and urination-inducing fear. Yet you have no such fear. Facing me, epidermis flushed with blood, plasma running molten beneath, your face contorting with... Will you indulge me? Say a few words. Yes, go. How does it feel to have the flesh? Like having a fish or extremely dexterous slug? What? Nonsense. Stop it. Enough. I am already intrigued. You have sufficiently percolated me. I don't know what it is about the biology of lobotomites. Perhaps there is value in what you say. Would you? I feel so ashamed, but yet so intrigued. If you're... Ooh. Ba-ba-bloop. 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 Whew. Last little bit there. Thank you, lobotomite. It is the pacification field emitters that are broadcasting into the emptiness of your skull. Why, my little bear of... I have 211 doctorates in both applied sciences and techniques to apply those sciences. I also possess a degree in curiosity. That is merely schooling, however. When possible, I prefer fieldwork and observation to holotape eidetics. It has proven you. I have become the expert on humanology and lobotomite behavior here at Big Mountain. My research doesn't descend into form of... Why, we create not only scientific everything can be quantified, categorized, and dissected. What is a name without a title or suffix for the sake of hierarchy? It is a long-standing quantification. We could not do without it. Surely you must be aware of the gravity. Oh, a mailman. A delivery man. Someone who takes parcel. You are the second one I've met. Of course. You must have met others in your travels. He asked us all many questions, and then he asked a most perplexing one. I do not know, nor... My evaluation would be to let your own curiosity go. Oh, removing it is a simple procedure. Well, except the complications it can cause to the heart and spine. But once the heart and spine are gone, no trouble at all. Clamp the subject down. One laser incision around the skull. Crack, snip. The brain is finally free of the skin envelope, which is then kept automated for cleanup duties around Big Mountain. With you, however, something is definitely wrong. I am relieved the pacification field is working. If it didn't... That is a good question. My theory is that the Tesla coils in your brain pan are still connected to your brain somehow. It really could be anywhere. We still have your spine and heart. If you were to somehow find your brain, wherever it
Alright.
Until I...
Okay.
The lobotomite animal before me. Be warned. Attempt to propaganda me. I will shriek as a frightened babe, calling Lord... Just as I feared. Questions. Thanks so much for sparing Gabe. I know he's really quite... But you needed none of that. You're quite elusive, or fleet... Before I lay the bones and hearts, but there are many animals to shape. Indeed, docile, curious, safe. Because Big Mountain safety measures are far... No, such creatures are found only here. I cannot expect a lobotomite to understand the careful surgical castrating. Perhaps a demonstration of my castrating power would settle your doubts. Impregnate you? What? Do you want to make... The mere notion makes the edges of my biomed gel crystallize into ace... None. I was at the top of my high school. We would know if our research was flawed. It is not. We never contradict ourselves, so do not even try. In 2000, let's see, carry the 3, then count backwards from the Great Static, or beyond, there were the tarantula debates, and something about hawks, which made it around 2003, May, Tuesday. It was definitely Tuesday. Why are we even debating this? What you ask is of no importance. That castrated nickname of our facility is not its true. It is our... All we wish to do is continue our research. But no, Mobius will not... It was not our first choice of testing grounds, but we no longer have the luxuries of our test cities. Then we lost the mountain. After the explosion, we couldn't find it anymore. So the crater became our testing grounds. For science! Boom! Yes, quite unexpected and embarrassing. And the crater helps keep everything inside. Yes, in the past, we could use that city as a controlled experiment. Vault-Tec was much better at it, of course. We had to make do. If only we could have used commie cities. But capturing whole cities... So we had a group of Chinese prisoners to experiment on. Whether it was holograms, new autodocs, toxins, vending machines, we wound...
Okay. Let's, head out, look for any trace of Gabe in Newt's village, I suppose. Weapons can jam. I know somebody wants to destroy that. Is that a ball cap?
The lobotomite returns! What insidious... What? Why, yes, it is. And no matter how chemmed the food, he would all... You know, I'm having the most Why, yes, Gabe. No matter how awful my day had been, And when I would talk to him about Betsy, and how Mark... If you don't mind, I'll take that bowl. Just, for some reason, its similarity to the... That, combined with my own overwhelming feeling of... As odd as it is, I believe that is the conclusion. And this sensation is unpleasant. I don't care for it. I don't care for this place either. And I feel as if we've forgotten something. Still, it is no matter. Crush the feeling down. Crush it down. Push it into the loop. Yes. Forgotten. Almost. Yes. I do not need... Indeed. Until...
Okay. Alright, let's stop recording.
Have you done all we asked? Did you retrieve the tech... Did you retrieve the techno... Why, yes. We are filled with the knowledge you speak of. If you wish to know more, simply ask the other. Oh, yes, the last visitor. Well, the one just before you. Had an interesting name from some language that's almost impossible to speak. What did we speak about? Our conversation got interrupted. Twice, I believe. Once when the trains got derailed, and then a second time. Oddly enough, now that I'm accessing my databanks, I don't recall what the second time was. Also, we didn't brain scrub the visitor. He may have left us some... Oh, well, I'm sure it's of no consequence. I don't make many mistakes and...
Oh, welcome.
It's a side effect of the cerebral scrubbing. It won't stop you from excreting or asking questions. Hormonal aggressive tendencies are actively suppressed, however. They are a no-no, and the scrubbing also ensures your silence to keep Big Mountain safe. This facility is top secret, and you cannot speak of it to anyone outside of Big Mountain. Should have done it with the last batch, and the anti-aggression scrub. We had to take precautions after the last visitors. Should have made sure they couldn't mention Big Mountain once they left. An oversight. Dr. 8 and Dr. O could tell you more. Dr. O more than 8. The battle against the visitors damaged 8's voice module. Suffice to say, those visitors are unwelcome. They stole a great many secrets and much tech.
Predictable. The lobotomite specimen returns. Its purpose? Repetition. Chances of success? High. I don't like to talk about it. Hey, it wasn't all the visitors, though. Only one of them got out of control. He's the one that took control of Little Yangtze, our old human farm. This human, I can't believe it. He broke out of the think tank in seconds. Then he went for Yangtze, got bomb collars, and started practicing on the subjects that were still there until he got the right frequency. We were sending robots to stop him, and he was slicing and cutting through their shells with some souped-up laser gun like they were cheese paper. When he hacked into the mainframe, A tried to stop him and got fried. Me? He rerouted my processors to take control of the train network here. If you see the tunnels with the trains plowed into them, you can thank our visitor for that. He wrecked the whole place. While we were trying to keep containment on the surface, turns out he used one train to punch out a tunnel and escape. Sealed now, but 2 other human specimens. One arrived not long after the troublemaker, and the last one, not sure when he showed up. Thought the first one was going to be lobotomized in Y-17. She got out somehow. The last subject, Klein might know more. He talked to him, and let him leave the think tank. Hope he knew what he was doing. Klein knows things we don't. And I think he told some of those things to the last visitor. Dangerous things if they ever got out. I'd have a... Yeah, there were a few under the monitors here. Until our next...
Alright. So I guess I talked to Tom. Alright, just need to let them know we'll complete our tasks. Alright.
Did you retrieve the technologies yet? What? You did? Your survival, let alone success, barely registered in my projections. Now, all I need to do is check my transmission databank. Mobius is always filling it up with his psychotic calls. Oh yes, Yes. No. I mean, yes. You just need to... I know how these... If you remember, we described them in clearly abstract, contradictory... on how to use them. Yes. Yes. I've got it. The cardiac regulator in the suit, the antenna for brain waves, and the sonic frequency for the vertebra... I have it. The override sequence to open the Forbidden Zone door is hidden in the schematics. Well, not hidden. It's actually right there, behind the programming equivalent of coffee stains. It's embedded in what seems to be recursive code. It's badly commented there and there. Oh, and null pointers very sloppy, Mobius. You see, using the antenna to boost the emitter's sonic frequency, and the stealth suit to bypass the Forbidden Zone lock, yeah, was that my plan? It must have been. Sometimes I truly surprise... What are you... That glowing... From that hemorrhoidal... Ask Boros. I am Dr. Klein, Chief Head... I am surprised you have not heard of me. I am first in my field. First... Dr. Mobius was not the horrifying creatures. He researched in directions contrary to the think. So we exiled him. He said... Now he sends his intelligence... I'm not certain. Perhaps it only affects machine. If it is chems, then we have nothing to fear. Since we are afraid, it must not be chems, and you need not fear which... Here we test. Yes, because the intellectually challenged see an M and a T next to each other and take Occam's razor to it. While you are here, you will refer to this place properly. Well, we didn't actually do it. We tried to clean up after, as always, but usually the auto dock runs on remote. But still, this new wrinkle with the Tesla coils in your skull was unexpected. Dala knows more. She supervised your spine peel and the heart circumcision, then dumped them both into the tanks in the sink. Sure took her time. She always takes longer than projected with lobotomite surgeries. Huh? Yes. That it may have gone to Mobius is merely an inkling. I don't know why, but it may be... Actually, I don't know. All I know is it misplaced itself, or it floated off. They get into robots sometimes and go on a tear. Mobius's legacy code was in the old auto dock. It is unfortunate. We would have benefited from knowing how they... Why does he seek our destruction? Why did he build robots? It is because he hasn't cleaned his biogel in a long time. Dr. O is certain of his findings, and no one else in the think tank is willing to test the results. O has said on many occasions his inability to comprehend Mobius's robo-schematics is because of repeated robo-scorpion stings.
Alright. Let's go to the Forbidden Zone. No proper armor. Show location. Oh. Alright, let's leave and then do that. Oh.
My giant robo-scorpion all. That thing eats power like
Radio. Yes. Let's go. It's weird that these things jam. I've never noticed. What's up here? lot of stuff. I need to bring these books to the bookshare at some point. Okay. Ulysses. Interesting place. I wonder if I can go to the, this place and, unlock the, hazmat suit. I can indeed. I can become over encumbered too. Great. Very badly over encumbered. Alright, let's. Guess we're gonna have to go with Buff out.
Mood lights have more fun.
Well, hell.
Might I be of service?
That is surprisingly valuable.
Might I be of service?
Select to work on my barter, apparently. Unfortunate, very unfortunate. Let's sell a few of these because I don't really use them much. Not really use mines at all. Always staring at me.
Don't mess with me, pal! I got a heating element with your name on it!
Oh geez, there's a lot of people here now. Oh hi.
You won't escape me!
Again? Now we can switch to more fun stuff. Okay. Well, that hurt.
This is a...
Very explosively dead. Should have probably taken some of that wrath. Alright. Let's switch back to... oh, I've already got one. You know what? About the same DT at this point. Holy crap. That is a lot of shit. Jeez. I mean, I suppose it makes sense for it to have all this shit, but holy crap. You know what, let's just get color back. And I will come back for you, and hopefully you won't be like those gold bars. Nice. Yep, I'll handle that. Hey, how's it going?
Huh? Oh, hello there. You are there, aren't you? Forgive my confusion. So hard to tell these days. You seem familiar somehow. I'm guessing, you're here for your brain, perhaps? It's just up there. Such a nice brain, young, very bright. A little hard to see you. Can you walk into my left, right FOV cone?
Ah, that's it. You're coming into focus nicely. Depth perception is a problem with this old monitor of mine. Went black a while ago. That's old age for you. Should look at getting the visual nerves reattached. It's just that the right eye would see the wrong things. The flying tortoises were the worst. Would you care for a mentat? I have all sorts of amazingly science-terrific thoughts and ideas when those chalky tablets are zipping through my biogel. I forget them all not long after, though, especially with the data constipating my memory core. Had to start using the dome floor and walls here to inscribe equations, although I've somewhat lost track of where they start and end. Really? That implies preconceived. After all, it might be worth a cognitive realignment if your theoretical... Do you? And does it even want to go back with you? Maybe you should ask it. It's quite independent, has all manner of opinions. Tell you what, I'll leave it up to your... Oh, curiosity. I experience that less now that I know everything. Oh, maybe it was when I found out some unpleasant answers. The ghosts aren't real? That changes everything. Why, I can save my computing power for other perceptual impossibilities. Please be my guest. The receptor is there, and the... Oh, yes, that feels wonderful. This is even better than my afternoon mentats break. Oh, I was probably tripping hard on Psycho when I sent that. Had to work myself up to it. Not usually violent, except when I am. Then, watch out! So many chems, such varieties. Whenever I take mentats, I can feel my entire chassis breathe like a big spherical lung. As for the Psycho, sometimes get the chem dispositories in my tank all switched up. Go in the wrong tube. Still, served its purpose. Oh, a variety of raisins. You're something of a homily. Anomaly? You're really quite special, and not in the cranially challenged way. You see, you are the most successful brain extraction experiment ever performed here at Big Mountain. A victim of your own success, as it were. If you were to go back with what your brain knows about the procedure, well, your brain could be popped back in and you could walk right out of here. Can't have brains moving around of their own volition. I'm not sure, except that I'm sure there's a very good reason for it. Even if I forget them occasionally. Yes, this is getting interesting. Well, every scientist needs an army. Mine came to me after these rather large scorpions kept... How scary, I thought. But they had survived when nothing else had. Perfect candidates for improvement. Then I thought, what if they shot energy bolts and acted as walking eyes and data-drained computers and acted as bullhorns? Then I made them bigger. Then I thought about custard. I do so love custard. Or was it mustard? Mustard custard. I miss sugars and salts. Did I? Maybe I did. Can't have them leaving. Some reason for it. Ethics or, conscience? You and your brain are quite alike. I'm sure it... Dr. Mobius. Rather catchy, isn't it? This name's as real as you or I. Although I believe your brain... Someone's been watching too many old-world science fiction movies, it said. I believe it meant me. I must admit I have a vulnerability for holotape fantasies of planets and robots and all that is forbidden. Like the think tank, we were all reprogrammed to forget them, take on new names. It enforces the recursion loop in our perception programming. Now, trap is a rather harsh word, like excrement. Not an inappropriate word, but still rather harsh. But, yes, I did take some liberties with their programming. It's all right, they don't remember. I certainly didn't until you said trap, and then I said excrement, and then... The radar fence to keep the think tank hemmed in wasn't really enough. They keep testing things. They would have found a way to disarm it. I suspect I have Plan C's in place, but I may have coded myself to forget them. So I had to do something else to keep them occupied here. Or as you like to say, trapped. I prefer to have several Plan B's in case the A's fail. Dr. O, which is actually not his real name multiplied, since you can't multiply his real name in the first place. Ouroboros, Klein, they have all forgotten themselves. And not only themselves, but the world, sense of time and history. All that is left is what's here. I reprogrammed their chronometers, geometers, and cartography programs. This is now their world, here, Big Mountain. It was a merciful lobotomy, really, thinking back. They were my friends, but sometimes they would take things too far. And the world isn't ready for that kind of too-far thing-taking. That's my professional opinion, anyway. And I am told I was once quite professional. Is it? I suppose it is. But really, they started the whole excrement hole behavior loop in the first place. Well, it's simple. Despite their many failings, they are rather bright. They are the think tank for a reason. That I didn't change. Without something to distract them, make them afraid, they would simply deduce what had happened. And when they start deucing it up, then you came along, the final variable solved. They saw that their world was larger than they perceived. Bacteria, finally able to see its host. There have been other visitors to make them doubt their perceptions, but you are the one who dialed back their monitor micromagnifiers. You were irrefutable proof that there was a world outside. And then there was the whole brain fiasco, which forced me to take steps. See, your brain had a special kind of wrinkle, a uniquity that they had never thought to try in all their countless escape attempts. Yes, very good. I should have Mentats ingest you instead of the other way around. Mentats. In any event, you showed up at the think tank, and because you had suffered a cranial injury in just the right place, bullets in the head are usually much more fatal, and yours was a light case of bullet headitis. But it was enough for the autodoc in the sink to change its programming to fix the problem, and the brain extraction technology for once worked. That gave the think tank the knowledge its brains couldn't possess. With that knowledge, the procedure can be reversed. If they obtain that procedural data, they can use it to mush and modify their cranial selves into hosts to slip past the radar fence. I'm sure of it. And once they're off the reservation... Oh no, I doubt your brain would be so unreasonable. It already knows the trick of it, you see. Doesn't need to be in a host body at all. If you become friends or exist in an uneasy truce with weapons aimed at each other, it would unlock the fence for you. Well, once the think tank was dealt with, of course, your brain is a responsible sort. Doesn't want mad scientists running around everywhere. Yes, I certainly wouldn't loop it on purpose. I am far too sophisticated to make such a childish error. Not much, except they contaminated Big Mountain and installed new ideas in the think tank. One caused a great deal of infrastructure damage with his brain and smartiness. Ruthless, that one. Played a little rough with the trains. But the last one was the most dangerous. Him, slipping away. That was almost as bad as the think tank escaping. The first one, the ruthless one who smashed up our toy trains, asked for weapons, power, items he could use to destroy a nation with force. The other asked a different question, and with it got the true answer about what makes nations and what breaks them. He spoke to the think tank, to Klein, showed them the flag of the old world, and it made them remember all of it, all that had happened. They shared things with him that they shouldn't. He now carries those ideas, that knowledge elsewhere. Yes. Indeed. The, goodbye...
Alright. Well... I'm here for the dramatic interests now.
Well, look who finally dragged themselves in out of the wasteland. And where have we been, Crawling through bits of radioactive muck again? Well, as to that, you'd be surprised how hard a feminine... It's not as though brain-sustaining life support tanks grow on trees. Lovely. Figured that out, have we? Would you like a cookie? Well, that's a fine how do you do. Me, quote, dick, unquote, as if I'm the one responsible for the way you carry on gadding about the wastes. I'm not the one that makes us clamber around Technus-infested ancient vaults or go charging off to New Vegas on missions of ill-conceived revenge. And have we forgotten who got us shot in the head and buried in a shallow grave? Do you think I enjoyed that little moment? Well, maybe next time you hear me telling you that charging a knifekin with a penknife is a bad idea, you'll listen. After the think tank extracted me from your skull, they fell to bickering amongst themselves. I'm sad to say we were quite forgotten about. Dr. Mobius saw an opportunity to gain some leverage and had me spirited away to his dome.
I'll be right back.
I don't know. I'm afraid the trauma of our separation rendered me quite insensate. I didn't come around until I was safely ensconced in this tank. I'm quite sure whatever he did was highly scientific, though. Hardly. Dr. Mobius keeps a close optical sensor on the goings-on at the think tank. As soon as he saw the opportunity, he took it. Well, as long as your curiosity is satisfied. I'm not going to lie to you. The prospect is definitely not that appealing. Look at it from my perspective. Here I have peace, quiet, and safety. Well, barring the odd rogue scorpion. In your head, I've got poison, radiation, grisly injuries, and biological functions. Do you know how much more you can get done when you're not constantly looking for places to urinate? It's quite a lot, I can tell you. Overrated biological feedback. Believe me, you only feel that way because you've got all that meat. Oozing hormones. Well, certainly there might be some things I miss about being ambulatory. We have seen some incredible sights, haven't we? But still, given the tremendous, potentially life-ending peril that went along with those, yes, I'd rather stay here. barring the unlikely event that I evolve some sort of rocket-propelled locomotion, I will be here.
Alright. The fact that this is gonna work.
Ah, the meter. I'm not. Look at. If you want me, first, showers. Second, regular checkups. Third, you need to listen to me more than your hormonal choir and genitalian orchestra. Well, certainly there might, but still. I suppose you're right. That does call certain assumptions into question, doesn't it? Indeed, quite the conundrum. I suppose there might be some advantage to that, yes. There's a chance that the reintegration would create some improved synergy between us. Well, I suppose you've convinced me well enough. Unfortunately, even if I could settle myself back in your skull and reconnect all those pesky nerve endings, Dr. Mobius doesn't have the tools here. We would have to make use of Dr. Klein's lab, and I rather doubt the brains are inclined to share. And you believe them? Really? Once I'm delivered into their clutches, they'll find a way past. And that is assuming, of course, that one of them doesn't take a fancy to our body and decide to slip his own brain into it instead. Well, I suppose I do miss those endorphins. Right! Look out, think tank! I suppose now that we're reunited, you'll want to fill your torso up with those... Personally, I think your upgrades are quite a bit better. But now that I'm with you, the Sync's autodock can plug them back in no problem. Right then, off we go. Klein will be in for a nasty
Electrons attached to the neutral.
Oh boy. I'm carrying my own brain. It's always fun. That looks really neat. Second. Alright, let's go to the sink. Put our brains back in.
You require some You require some addition.
any communists in your backyard? You're not looking hard.
You require some additional...
Let's see what this does.
Enough.
No, let's take that back out.
You require some additional...
Yep. Save before we go in. Surprised this only crashed once today. So it's probably right before it crashes again. Let's see. Oh, I'm still brainless. Okay. But I do have a spine. What's that? Reinforced spine. Ooh. Didn't actually fully comprehend that. That means that. Wait, why is it critical? Is it normally 4? I didn't notice. Somehow I forgot, I guess. Yep. Here we go. But importantly enough, we can use this to its full destructive potential. Have to get repaired.
Might I be of service? Might I be of service?
Alright, let's do this instead. First, weapons. Sell this. Because we can get another one if we really need it. That's a good start. You know, there's another one in the Forbidden Zone, so that's nice. Second, pretty sure we can purchase a weapon repair kit soon. Just look like that's it. I know where there's someone to glue. Next. Bomb with flying scrubs. Boost my repair. Except for it is. And it's also permanent. Well, I'll be damned. Huh. Neat. rifle group. Yes, it is. We go to, where is it? Repair kit. Weapons. Wow, that actually almost flew the repair button. It's pretty impressive. Alright. Oh, it's so bad too.
Might I be of service? Very good. Might I be of service?
We aren't selling the Soul Suit though, as much as I'm not going to use it. It's really funny. I like its style. Made. Have any weapon pairs? Makes sense.
Sir is looking exceptionally sharp today, if sir will permit the... Might I be of service?
Automatic rifle. Ooh, that's still expensive, but it's healthy.
Compliment?
You require some additional...
Let's wait. I think this is about what we was from still, so we can move a bit faster. I think that will actually let us move faster. That it was light armor. Okay, bullshit. We can just swap back into our Joshua Graham armor. No. This is very dramatic. This is very purplish and reddish. Kinda like out the Forbidden Zone. This is kind of scarifying.
The lobotomite returns. Our... I recommend watching... Now, your brain. And what could we possibly have to speak about? You have the brain, we have the technology. All you must do is surrender. With it, we can finally leave this place. I cannot tell you how boring this place gets, chopping up the landscape and everything in it. And we have so many questions to ask your brain first. About this...
I am sorely tempted.
That is the most insane thing I've ever heard. Besides, there's no way...
Let's try and resolve this peacefully. Clearly that was not the way to go about it. I suppose that makes sense.
The lobotomite. I recommend watching your tone with me, lobotomite. Now, your brain. Hand it over, or we'll extract it again. And we have... Nonsense! Confer, colleagues.
Dr. Klein, I must intercept. Please, do not harm the lobotomite.
I'm not going to harm it. I'm going to dissect it until it's dead. Why the sudden intersection, Dala?
I cannot stand a sweet breathing organism breathing in and out to suddenly not breathe. We must keep it alive. For study. Slow study.
Dala, these vocalized pauses are unlike you. What do you care?
Klein, this lobotomite, it's a great sounding board. You respect ideology, right? This one's, well, it's got good ideas.
Silence, Dr. O. This is a think tank decision. Save your objections until after I have decided our course of action.
You know what, Klein? Stick a straw in your tank and suck yourself. Long and deep. And my name is Zero. Yeah, a big, fat zero with a slash through it.
The slash as a designator of... Why, that is brilliant. But how did you...
The lobotomite taught me that. Taught me a name is more than, that I should take pride in things like names. And you know what? Forget it, Klein. I hate you. And your theory of brachial beam oscillation? The Chinese had it first, you copycat.
How dare you? Brachial beam oscillation was solely my discovery. I expressly told you that and deleted all evidence to the contrary. It's 2-8. Why are you acting like this? You've never refused to commit necessary surgery before. And this lobotomite needs its surgery. A noble speech, but there is no room in my vocabulators for friend and lobotomite in the same sentence. The very concept, revolting. Perhaps you are irradiated with camaraderie radiation. We have chems for that. We can save you from your emotional addiction. If I may, I feel as if I must be the voice of reason here. This lobotomite is much like us. Regarding even animals and pets as nothing more than avenues to promote science. There is good here.
Okay, I'll do that.
Instead of ending its life on the table, we should prolong its suffering in the name of science. Like good old Gabe, the finest of lab specimens. Why am I even listening to you fools? Enough of this mutinous chorus. If there's a word I hate, it's mutant. With its 5 penises clenched in a fist. Nonsense! The mathematics of this situation are on our... If this were a democracy, I would be concerned. You dare use logic against me? That's no deal at all. There's a whole world beyond... We could have escaped, seen it all for ourselves, tested... for you. I have a strange sensation that I would like that. How odd. Very well, partner. The think tank is at your service as long as you do not destroy us.
Yes. Victory. Oh, I get to loot the think tank at whichever way. Let's go to Sync.
As it had been in the years before the Great War, Big Mountain, the Big Empty, became home to one of the brightest minds of the 23rd century. The Courier watched over the Big Empty for years to come, caring for it and keeping its discoveries safe until they were needed to help others. Which had always been Big Mountain's purpose. Past the laboratories and science, it had always been intended as a place to build the future of all mankind.
The Courier had scoured much of the Big Empty, although secrets still remained in the crater's depths. Perhaps that was for the best, however. Curiosity, while sometimes rewarded for its efforts, often proves to be equally dangerous.
Dr. Mobius continued his research undisturbed in the Forbidden Zone. As much as he had attempted to create better scorpions, he tried the same with humanity, with considerably less success. These failures didn't bother him overmuch. Once the rush of mentats wore off, he forgot he had failed in any event. After all, the bright young mind who had come to visit him in the Forbidden Zone had already exceeded his expectations.
The sink atop the dome bustled with the voices of a small town, constantly chirping, arguing, and snarling at each other. Still, this all happened productively in the interests of its new owner. The Sync Central Intelligence Unit discovered, despite its inversion code, it was comforted by the sense of community the other personalities gave it.
The Biological Research Station, obsessed with seeding everything in sight, requested a transfer to the X-22 Botanical Garden, so that it might, in its own words, sensually fertilize the garden's smooth contours. The garden sent back a polite refusal, saying it had prior commitments with a vault it had helped infect before the war.
The book chute continued to devour all seditious materials, until it nearly choked on a paperclip. It adamantly maintained it was a Chinese paperclip, and the whole thing had been an elaborately orchestrated assassination attempt. Whatever the reason, it slowed down for a while, carefully appraising each document and clipboard that came to it.
The light switches continued to bicker and flicker.
This persisted until the day someone dropped a flashlight in the sink, and the two of them united in their hatred of the Showboat. One of them eventually transferred to the Lightwave Dynamics plant, and began a long, unrequited affair with one of the holograms.
The Sync continued to ruthlessly scrub any particulate matter that came near it.
Please don't.
Eventually, it gained access to the magnetohydraulics plant and nearly flooded all the Big Empty in an attempt to scrub the crater clean. Once it learned of the innovative toxins plant, however, it gained new purpose. It sought to develop antitoxins to flush into its drains and counteract the poisons bleeding into the soil.
The toaster continued its psychotic spree, reducing all appliances in range to scrap electronics and spare parts. After one of its more psychotic episodes, however, the other Sync personalities decided enough was enough, and dumped the toaster in a bathtub. Sparking and hissing, the toaster swore its enemies would rue the day when they had bread and no way to toast it.
Muggy did his best to collect coffee cups, although in his quest, he accidentally trapped himself in Higgs Village. It might have been the end for poor Muggy. Except, he found it peaceful there, tidying up the kitchens of the think tank professors back when they had been flesh and bone. Well, except for Dr. O, who was an asshole for having created Muggy in the first place. Muggy left O's house deliberately dirty, punishing the dishes and cups that lived there in blind revenge for serving Dr. O.
Blind-eye old Jefferson eventually discovered a new sound. Silence. It only made him more filled with the blues than before. It was rumored by the other personalities that he had a brief fling with the light switches. Although he forgot their names much too often and was soon left in the dark as punishment.
Autodoc, always gentle and methodical, kept sewing up the courier in all the right places when the skin split open from repeated wear and tear. The Autodoc was just glad to have purpose again. It heard its simpler brothers and sisters who got shipped to the Sierra Madre were bored out of their skulls in that toxic dead city. In time, the Autodoc found a way to deactivate the Y-17 trauma harnesses, releasing the corpses they had held prisoner for almost 200 years.
As the courier ran through the X-8 facility multiple times, the computers analyzed the test subject's movements. Rather than performing a superficial observation, they realized the subject barely knew what communism was, or even what a high school was. This confused them for a time, until the facility finally realized that its research had succeeded. So it let its cyber dogs out into the wastes to help protect small communities from physical aggression rather than communist propaganda.
The infiltration program in X-13 continued to scan for the subject and the stealth suit prototype long after the test was over. Frustrated and unable to find its lost technology, X-13 expanded its network of laser tripwires, sensors, and robo-brains out across Big Mountain. This glittering blue light beam forest cleanly bisected anything that entered its depths, slicing them into small segmented parts for easy disposal.
The courier, organs intact, continued onwards, a little less heavy of step, but with all the organs in the right places, as they should be. After all, brains can develop a life of their own when left to their own thoughts, and the courier's brain was more clever than most.
Dr. Klein and the think tank remained alive, unaware of the world outside. They looped through their daily routine, none the wiser about the world beyond, although perhaps wiser was the wrong word. The world outside belonged to the courier, and if anyone would shape it, well, the courier had already called dibs.
There is an expression in the wasteland, old world blues.
It refers to those so obsessed with the past they can't see the present, much less the future, for what it is.
They stare into the what was, eyes like pilot lights, guttering and spent, as the realities of their world continue on around them.
Science is a long, steady progression into the future. What may seem a sudden event often isn't felt for years, even centuries to come.
In the times following the Second Battle of Hoover Dam, however, Old World Blues took on a new meaning.
Where once it was viewed as a form of sadness, nostalgia, it became an expression describing the potential for the future.
It can be easy to see science as evil, technology unchecked as the source of all ills, all misfortunes.
With the courier at the helm, science became a beacon for the future. There was old world blues, and new world hope. And hope ruled the day at Big Mountain.
We could say more, but the stories in the Big Empty speak for themselves. Now armed with the transportal Ponder, the courier could return to the dome at any time and crack open the secrets of the Big Empty one by one.
Yes.
The Sync sat vigilant, waiting for its master to return. shoes covered in Mojave dust. Only one road yet remained, and it was one the courier had to walk alone.
With all this big science. Oh, shit. Forgot about this part. Oh, I forgot about this. Ooh. Of course, I'm looking at stuff I can't. Let's just see what there is. Where'd you get that? There's a whole lot of perks. That might be good. Well, that's good. I think we'll do this. Alright.
Soon, pitiful worms. Soon I will rule, and your lives will have their doneness setting turn to darkest. Yes! Yes! Soon my work will be... Soon I will... What? It did? Really? Well, fuck! That really puts a damper on the toaster's mood. Oh well. No use crying over spilled Armageddon. Where was I? Oh right. Soon the world will burn!
And now let us save. And, huh. I don't know. Maybe we're done for today. This is a interesting occurrence. Can't say what we're done with that for today, or if I want to do more. Well, I want to do more, but finals are coming up. I guess the better way to put it. Yeah, let's do it. Just a bit. What is supposed to be filled with the bonus goodies like atmosphere monitoring?
A most rapturous good morrow on your return to your domicile, sir. I trust you shall find things in order and the riff-raff contained.
Greetings, citizen. What?
Really? From what insult?
Greetings, citizen. What?
I understand you're to be congratulated on the recovery of your... Unlike certain other light switches. I'm glad to see you've decided... Unlike...
Boosted intelligence. Like is my Christmas. Don't know why that never occurred to me until now.
I trust matters regarding your brain. And rightly so, I should think.
I so want that guest airplane. But that's good too. But I don't really sneak as much anymore. That's also good. Well, we have time to think, I guess.
It's not that I want to be a robo-brain exactly, but some treads would be nice.
You're in my head. You are actually supposed to be in my head. Here. Just talk to me. Oh, that's good. Let's explore Big Mountain a bit longer. Or a bit more, and then I guess we'll head back to the hobby. What's left to grab? Let's see. Yeah? Alright, I'll be right back, guys. Alrighty. Yeah, let's just Oh my. Didn't notice that was the thing, and I was really interested. Can't go back in time. Well, I could, but I don't want to play the game. Ooh. That's an interesting challenge. Alright, there's 8 questions left. I mean, not questions. Location. If I do by doing this. Oh, damn, that would have been so simple to get. I mean, mean, probably it was a quest to get him all that stuff. And it's a game, all that stuff. Yeah, just, we didn't. I can't believe this is the first time to do that. We're so concerned. Could it be? Says it's in the desk. It's behind the desk. Oh, I never even noticed. Oh, I feel so bad. Already this time. Oh wait, it's my birthday in game. Guess it would be my 284th birthday. Oh, there's 2 locations we gotta go to. Wonder if the Robo Scorpions are still gonna be attacking me. It's hard to tell if I'm going the correct direction or if I'm even going in a vaguely correct direction. Just go. I don't know. How do we get there? Alright, let's just start up here. Just comes source, we'll just go down like Seemingly intact. Issue solved. Now you have a name. These things can have blood sausage on them? Really? That's honestly, that's a bit disturbing. Oh. So we ran out of sound files. Blasting some hard. Very nice. I enjoy it. Now, where's that seat? There we are.
So you beat the big brains at their own game, huh? Guess you'll be putting your walking shoes on again, hitting that old and lonesome road. Right on, baby. Just plug it in and I'll mix you up a sweet, sweet sound. Catch you later, Gator.
Alright, now.
You took care of them brains pretty good. Always nice. It's the... I can also... Just the mirror.
Okay, we'll have to do that at some point. Now, as I counted, so I have quite a few locations to discover. And, yeah. Bang, there's one right there. Or just a watch. They respond. Nope, not do love the extra damage against them because I still hate their assholes. The most important thing right now is that they're dead again. And I have to start realizing Johnny's here. In the Mojave. Fucking asshole cast doors. Better give me my thin red piece. You know, the longer you look at this thing, the more disturbing it gets. Fine. There's one. 2, 3, 4. Ooh, there's 2. Three? Oh no, you shouldn't have. What the? Waste disintegration platform. How do we disintegrate the waste? Show me. Alright, so that's the old world flag, so the other courier guy was here, I'm guessing, since he's the one who showed them the old world flag. And I'm guessing that's Ulysses, because, you know, Ulysses Point. How do I fire this thing up? Can I fire it up? Oh, please, 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 please let me use this. Let me disintegrate the waste. Please. No. Okay. Where are the other locations I can get to? Oh man, they're over here. Oh, probably shouldn't have done that. There we go. If there's much to do here. Can I open this? No. Damn it. Why'd you have direct trains? What did they do to you? Mysterious cave, what? Okay, I know I just discovered that, but where did I discover it? Saving because I might have to get off soon. Alright, mysterious cave. Sit up. I don't know what happened there, but I'll take it. Oh, there's an easy way to solve this. Fast travel to the mysterious cave. Boom. Here we are. Yeah? I'll get it soon. Okay. I won't. Really? See, I've never been in here before. I was hoping for something exciting. It's just a glowing bloatfly cave. Ooh, bloatflies, scary. Okay. Right. So, on the off chance that that's actually a challenge, which it might be considering it's a giant glowing one. Well, not glowing one, but like glowing bloatfly thing. Okay. Okay. Jesus. This is fine. Okay. That was more stressful than I expected. Holy shit. How do we get down there? More importantly, how do we get back up? Can we do it from over here? No. Oh, I guess not. It's a lot of bloatfly meat. And I'm not going to be able to carry it. Holy shit. Let's save. Oh, okay, whoops. I'm gonna be doing that much anytime soon. You know, there's just the... You know what, never mind. That's a nice glove. Put a lot of effort into this language. Which is surprising because you'd think it would just be cool. It is. Maybe I'm just an idiot. Wouldn't be the first time. Alright, here we are. Very confusing cave. And we've now killed the legendary bloatfly. I will be straight with you, I did not actually realize there were legendaries in this game. I guess they're not traditional legendaries, but still, more. I guess they are the traditional legendaries because the Vegas game before 4. So. Yeah. Undiscovered location up there. Just have to get up there. Made up there. Or perhaps no. Did you leave any notes this time? Yeah, it's like what enemies are. Jeez. Yeah, Tesla cannon. Minus 20 HP for Q. Oh, so it's. This thing's actually pretty bad. Is it like a rocket launcher? It's like a rocket launcher. Okay. Give me that. I have a brain, I can do what I want. I suppose that despite having a brain, I cannot do what I want. That is not heavy at all.
Might I be safe in the assumption that matters with the think tank have been satisfactorily concluded vis-à-vis your residence in this domicile? Very.
Ooh. It's still a bit of buff out. Now we're rich again. So that's... I like being rich.
Always not.
Will Sir be staying for...
And we can sell the saline ring because it's super valuable. And food. So new money making I We just bring you to... You have to be saline green. You can turn it into caps pretty much. I am actually curious why this is useful. Oh.
Perhaps Sir would care to put Sir's feet up, and I might serenade Sir with the dulcet tones of a light opera.
this one time I didn't talk to you thing. Anyway, I believe we've still got some locations to check out. Looks like it's full. Alright, so let's go to here. Again, because I'm betting we're missing a train tunnel. Oh Jesus, the automatic rifle already that worn down.